The storm is at last beginning to resemble what a storm really looks like. Is that all right? We are performing the process of dumping, which we had previously requested. The updated version of David Schwartz is also available. Furthermore, I am confident that in the near future, further individuals will begin to invest their money in Bitcoin, which will cost approximately $130 and may reach a price of anywhere between $70,000 and $80,000. It is highly likely that the trigger will be May this week. Is that all right? Therefore, we must get ourselves ready because I believe that this week is when Aladdin goes completely insane. Please note that this is not financial advice. Hi there, I trust that all of you are doing wonderfully and you may acquire the additional component for approximately $219. All right, and there are approximately 93,000 Bitcoins. Wow, such a dump. I have a feeling that it is going to go down a cliff. I'm being very serious when I say that I believe this is one of those situations in which people are simply going to continue to purchase and buy and buy. However, suddenly we are going to continue to dump again and over again, and it all comes back to this week. The reason for this is that there are external variables that will play a significant role in producing the price action. So with that said, we should get started. But today we must prioritize certain things. The inimitable Davy Schwartz. Happy birthday to you. This is the day that he was born, hence it's his birthday. Correct. Davy Schwartz is considered to be a legend, and the reason for this is that he is an insider. All right, then the most interesting thing about that guy is that he predicted this action before it even occurred. He actually got the timing of it correct, didn't he? He stated that he did not publish it in the middle of the price movement, nor did he post it at the lows. He really remarked, no, the top, right? I believe that the reason or the way that this happens is most likely that he receives phone calls from men. Isn't that right?
Because they have Aladdin, which essentially controls every asset. BlackRock, which you are aware of, is in charge of managing prices, all right? The reason that I know that this is true is because governments have the ability to force the price of Bitcoin to plummet at this very moment if they so desire. Is that correct? Due to the fact that they possess a large amount of Bitcoin. However, if the price of Bitcoin were to suddenly plummet, guys, if a government were to cause the price of Bitcoin to plummet, Aladdin would prevent this from happening or would instantly adjust the price to its original position. All right, everyone, the markets are indeed quite extensive. This is the reason that David Schwartz is genuinely a legend. He receives the inside call and then distributes it to the rest of the globe. However, we refer to the second as being right. I'm pushing for an increase to 80K for the minimum for Bitcoin, and then $1 and about 40 cents for the minimum for XRP. However, the original Teddy Roosevelt Bear cartoon's 123rd birthday is also today. Bear123 BG123, right? November 16th is an intriguing date. You guys, it was his birthday, the original Teddy Roosevelt Bear cartoon's birthday, right? Dave Vashroost's birthday is on this day, November 16th. It is possible that Dave Vashroost is the person who goes by the username BearableGuy123, which is also the reason he is considered an insider. Every one of these accounts is consistent. Hold on a moment, what was that? The people that make up the XRP community are thrilled to be throwing a celebration in honor of our beloved bear today. Is that not correct? And let us not forget that today is the absolute best day to throw a party with your bear. Hey, wait a minute. What if Davis, in comparison to actually Bearable, moved to the third from the left? No, I don't believe it is, but it might be. I was thinking, correct. It is causing me to have faith in it. In this hypothesis, there is actually a possibility, but how likely is it that all of this may occur? Correct. Therefore, other from the aforementioned individuals, we are in the midst of the storm. All right, the guide that you prefer to use, which is XRP, but not, which is the extra VOD that is here to guide everyone, because I feel like the storm is about to get really, at the moment, the temperature is really high. Are all of you prepared? Let us get started. At this point in time, individuals are present who are from a portion of XRP, according to the XRP community comment. Esoteric Kang has something to say about this. It is extremely intriguing. Big Sure definitely tweeted out something on this same date, November 16th, at one point in time. It is becoming late. The time is now 9:11. You guys see the destruction. It is getting late, people. It is necessary for it to occur. All right, then, the day after this one, however, if it returns to the situation again this week, I will take on the responsibility the day after tomorrow, okay? On this day, the 11th of 16th, we were instructed to wait, so we pulled on. Can you explain the reason? It seems highly likely that some sort of event is currently being prepared, considering that the two most recent years, 2023 and 2024, both fell on the exact same date. I believe it is going to occur this week if it does indeed occur, and I know that you all are listening. If this crash does occur, your exchanges had better be operational at that time. If they are not, it would be unfair to say the least that there ought to be an even playing field, and the exchanges must be up and operating. At the moment that volatile moves occur, the exchanges are suddenly taken offline. In such case, you are unable to make any purchases or perform any other actions. Once the asset increases in value again, oh, see, it's back on the internet now. It's an unusual concept, but I'm very confident that it's a good one. You should definitely just buy blindly if we do dump, is all I gotta say, not many twice, is why they're gonna be on men. This is the starting point, everyone. It will all commence tomorrow. Death or the activation of the pirates by Elon Musk, the 17th day of November. Okay, so the completely new week that is going to begin tomorrow, November 17th, will be accompanied by an impending storm. This storm will also begin tomorrow, correct? That is the reason I believe that it corresponds perfectly with this current week, fellas. Sent via Newswire, is it correct that the electronic files will be released if the majority of the votes are in favor of that on Tuesday? Therefore, this is going to happen on the 18th, which is 2 days from now. Are you aware of the extent to which bizarre events are taking place? Just the other day, which happened to be yesterday, we were discussing the electronic files. There were reports or links that established a relationship between Jeffrey E. and Bitcoin, as well as the development of Bitcoin. Please, everyone, let's get a move on. Is that not correct? What will be revealed as a result of these files then? You were able to witness the film Crazy Black Swans, which was released only yesterday. Is that not correct? I believe, however, that this week is going to see it grow in size, the 17th day of November, without any forewarning to come, and then suddenly you find yourselves gazing into the neon glow of the future, where a silent revolution started to hum. It was a year when traditional currency felt the ground quiver beneath it as a new kind of money began to restructure the very fabric of banking. Isn't that insane? A new financial system, and we just received word that Jeffrey E. Support is on board with it, folks. All right, That being said, once more, this is the reason for recalling the case. J. Clayton, 5 Pius 10/90, understood then this entire scandalous situation that is unfolding currently occurs as a result of Bitcoin's implosion. Correct. The number 5E9 returns to XRP as a result of Bitcoin exploding. My theory in this instance is that an explosion will occur, which is something that we have been anticipating for quite some time now. The explosion will take place tomorrow on November 17th. There is something major that is coming up around the bend, and right off the bat, multiple meanings are involved. One of them is likely to be, well, we're going to dump. All right, so what I believe is that there are going to be further persons involved. I have a feeling we are going to go with the least amount possible. In my opinion, $2 is the lowest amount that we should aim for. Can you see all of the support that is present here? Therefore, I believe that the absolute minimum is $2. If we go below $2, we'll be down to around 140 guys. We have to maintain this level, otherwise it will go straight down to 140. I believe that this week will reveal the truth of where the market is headed. All right, due to the fact that everything is going downhill, such as the downward spiral that Mr. Poole is experiencing, I suppose it really depends on your point of view, but from his standpoint, it is evident that we are continuously going down and down and down. Exactly. Like following the White Rabbit 11 cents teen, are you all prepared? It's a genuine situation, and we are now aware that, the real Redlers are the truth, guys. Do you know why? Because Redlers desire for us to be successful more than you do. This is the most insane discovery, and I believe, if I recall correctly, wow, doing it this way means that you have to have faith in the Riddlers, because I'm pretty confident that I've seen this particular connection before, a long time ago. Right, and I was thinking, is Zcash really that good? Is it correct that Mr. Poole tweeted about this hard in the year 2020? Zcash is a cryptocurrency that was created with the purpose of offering users a more private and secure way to conduct transactions. The heart that has been carved into the wood and is now returning to Zcash can be considered as right here, which is Zcash, has had an enormous increase over the past couple of weeks. The Redlers were aware of exactly how this would play out, which is why the storm is going to get even more intense. Without any notice to come, November 17th is tomorrow, which is the first day of the week, and it is the beginning of a new beginning, so suddenly get ready. So now that we are discussing this brand new week, there is so much going on, isn't there? However, this is the point at which death most likely ignites. As a matter of fact, the next vote is planned to take place on the 322nd day of the year, which is November 18th. It just so happens that the number of the House resolution pertaining to the release of the Jeffrey E. files is 589. Skull Bones is brought back since today is, by the numbers, the 322nd day of the year. So now, when we add 589 and 322 together, we get a total of 911. 589 plus 322 equals 911, and November 18th brings us to the same number. Oh no, what do you believe that signifies? It is most likely some kind of emergency situation, unless they are forced to close it. 1117 cease all operations. Yes, they have been postponing the release of the files for quite some time. Perhaps they are attempting to divert people's attention away from the files with other events, such as a shutdown. The day after this one is the day. Picture this: a blackout has taken place. The Simpsons predict that at 10:25 a.m. on November 17th, there will be a worldwide blackout of power, internet, and communication.